We'll have the most beautiful ballroom in the country. It's going on, and for those that are interested, we got to get back to baseball. But you see the gold drapes? That's a knockout panel. We knock it in. You go that comes out, and then you have essentially glass and exactly in the decor of the White House. I didn't know I'd be standing here right now because right on the other side, you have a lot of construction going on, which you might hear periodically. But that's a knockout panel, and that goes right into the ballroom. And the ballroom's going to be beautiful. So you'll have drinks, cocktails, everything on this floor. And then they'll say, welcome to dinner. You walk into the ballroom, Mr. Senators, and you're going to see a ballroom the likes of which I don't think it'll be topped. It'll be the finest. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It just started.
I love that everyone felt like, I guess we're supposed to clap for this as this deranged old man is going on about his dancing room that he's setting up. Nobody in that room's going. Maybe there was a senator off camera or whatever that gets to go. And they'll say, now it's time for dinner. Yeah, but notably, Trump, they're not saying that to me. They're not saying that to my producers. They're not saying that to the viewers. They're not saying that to any of us. Because this is just you going on about the decor and the knockout panel. What are you, Joanna Gaines? Who gives a crap about any of this? Nobody, no regular person cares about your stupid fancy dancing room. We don't care about the appetizers you're gonna eat. We don't care about the champagne that you're gonna sip. We don't care about how shiny your shoes are as you walk around with it. We don't care about what billionaires you're gonna have in the room with you, and you're gonna have a little shrimp or whatever, and then you're gonna talk, and there's gonna be a speech. Oh, an orchestra over there. People are suffering. People are desperately trying to scrape by. People are seeing their jobs evaporate. Their businesses are being hit by your deranged ass tariffs, and you can't stop talking about your stupid dancing room. We don't care about the place that you're gonna dance with Jeff Bezos. And I say that as a leftist or whatever. I would hazard to say independents care scarcely more than I do. And I know that MAGA isn't ready to attack him for all of this Marie Antoinette nonsense, but they feel it too. They know how utterly disconnected he is. Deranged to think that we would care about this. Imagine if Joe Biden had just done speech after speech after speech, and like you stop him on the green, like hey, quick question for you, and he just talks about the amazing Olympic-sized swimming pool that they're gonna be building. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna have Moroccan tile, and the water's always gonna be just at a perfect 72.1 degrees. It's gonna be amazing. And then when you get out of the pool, there's margaritas, and some people would prefer a pina colada. We're gonna have the finest pina coladas. Nobody would care. And Fox would feel intellectually freed up to attack him for that. Instead, he just goes on and on and on. The government is shut down. The economy is ready for the massive AI bubble to finally pop. People are gonna lose their homes, businesses are gonna evaporate, millions of jobs are gonna be gone. And this guy is basically, it's like he's trying to recreate the orchestra playing as the Titanic goes down. Except it's even more disconnected than that, because it's just a fancy person dancing room, that's all it is. For $250 million. He's focused on his expensive dancing room as we are struggling to survive. Now, I'm gonna get to the construction of it because I think symbolically it is just amazing. People have an issue with the temperature that in my hypothetical I apply to I don't know. I don't go to a lot of fancy Olympic-sized swimming pools or whatever. Anyway, let's return to Donald Trump talking about what's gonna happen to the White House.
It won't interfere with the current building. It won't be. It'll be near it, but not touching it. And pays total respect to the existing building, which I'm the biggest fan of. It's my favorite place. I love it.
Well, what do you know? When Donald Trump promised to be near something but to not touch it, it turned out you couldn't trust him with buildings either. And so he swore it's just gonna be next to it, massive skyscraper dancing room, but we're not gonna do anything to build it. They lied. Now, one might question why lie about that? I mean, you're gonna build this big thing. You clearly know that you're gonna demolish. Why would you lie about that? I mean, there might be a reason. We don't even know if he's allowed to do this. Like, he's doing it. nothing's gonna happen. But is he supposed to be able to just demolish the entire thing? Like, can President Buttigieg just like, the Oval Office is kind of, I like corners. There's no corners. I'm demolishing it. I just get rid of it. And like, look, I acknowledge, can we bring up just photos of it being destroyed? Because I think that the photos and video of this have gone around, have really gone viral over the last day for a reason. Because even though this is one of the least significant things in terms of like the ways that this regime has assaulted like tens of millions of Americans. Like most of us, again, we're never gonna go into the original building. What does it really matter if he's in an even fancier room? But like, it's him coming in and saying, because I very narrowly won, not even getting 50% of the vote, I am going to rule absolutely. That is how it has always felt with him. I get the narrowest of victories. People who are hurting, desperately rolling the dice on me, ready to turn on me at a moment's notice, and in fact they have. But I'm going to pretend that I won 98% of the vote, and I can do I have a mandate to do anything. I can rip down the goddamn White House if I want to. I can destroy the Department of Education. I can cut the CDC in half. I can slash all this stuff. I can slash and burn the government when I couldn't even get 50% of the vote. And the destruction of the federal bureaucracy is the part that kills me the most, because I know the substantive harm that that's going to have. But for regular people, I don't know, like how many people are supposed to work at the CDC? It's kind of disconnected. But when you see that, you think, wait, so this mother effer is gonna come in, he's just gonna tear down the actual building? Like he already ripped up the Rose Garden, now he's doing this. He's just making everything ugly. We've seen what he did to the Oval Office. I think that actually offends a lot of people. Not just because he's doing it, and not just because he's likely breaking the law to do it, but because this is clearly what he cares about. He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about our wages. He doesn't care about our retirement. He doesn't care about whether we might be able to own a home someday. He doesn't care if our kids are able to go to college or whether it'd be affordable if they tried to. He doesn't care if we have health insurance. He cares about his fancy dancing room. He cares about his indoor and outdoor event space. The dude wishes he was an event planner. That is the only thing he has ever drawn any enjoyment from. But to act out that fantasy late in life, he's ruining all of our lives. And so I think that it spread as much as it did for a very good reason. Now, they're pushing back against people, reacting with horror to this, being like, hey, no, there's constantly work on the White House. It's the most normal thing ever. I mean, take a look at this photo from 1943. See how they're always renovating the White House, which kind of proves the exact opposite of their point. And to give an idea of how sensitive they are about this entire thing, the Treasury Department apparently told employees not to share photos of the White House ballroom construction. And I think that actually makes a lot of sense. I mean, why should we see anything in this room? We're not gonna get to go in it when it's built. Why should we see its construction? This is a place for billionaires to party as they bribe Donald Trump. And man, we'll bring up the photo of it just to really sell the image of where his mind is at. It's just ensconced in gold. That's all he cares about. And they keep telling us, thinking that we are idiots. You're not paying for it. What do you care? You're not paying for it. First of all, highly doubt that. But even if they're right, $250 million of bribes going to Donald Trump, specifically so he can build the only thing he actually cares about in his life. You don't think that has any cost to us? You don't think he's going to give them anything for the $250 million that they are showering him with right now? No, there's a major cost. Honestly, I'd prefer the taxpayer pick it up, because at least I know what it's costing us then. When Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk are paying for it, God only knows how much it's gonna cost the American people.